Buenas noches, class. It's Brother Packard again, just checking in with you for this week. We're now in the integumentary system, and I hope things are going well. So I just wanted to make a video, short video here, and just go over some pronunciations with you and some of the definitions of these new words we're learning, so you can kind of get a hold of that and maybe just review a few things for this week. So, looking over some of the major medical terms, medical words for this week. We'll talk about some pronunciations first. Let's look at some combining forms. Adipo. Adipo means fat. Adiposis is an abnormal condition of excessive fat. You can have an adipoma, which is also, you can also call it a lipoma, which is a fatty tumor. Cutaneo. Cutaneo is skin, means skin. You maybe heard of the term subcutaneous injection. That means an injection that goes below the skin. Sub is the prefix meaning below. Other terms, other combining forms meaning skin are dermato and dermo. Hypodermic, another term you might have heard of, hypodermic needle, a needle that injects below the skin. Here's one that might be easy for you Spanish speakers to remember. Sudoro. Sudoro means sweat. In Spanish, sudor means sweat as well. So, sudorisis. Sudorisis is the condition that the body is in to cool itself down, which is basically sweating when you're active. Same with the term hydro. The combining form hydro, hydrosis, means the same thing. Let's look at some different conditions, skin conditions. Melano is a term that it means color black. So melanocyte can be a black skin cell. You can have a melanoma, which is a tumor, skin tumor. Myco, combining form myco, means fungus. Mycosis is an abnormal condition of fungus. Tinea is athlete's foot. It's a form of mycosis. Onycho means nail. Onychomalacia means softening of the nails. You can also have ungual is a condition, is a term meaning pertaining to the nails themselves. Hair, pylo or tricho. Trichopathy is a disease process of the hair. Pylo, you can have a pilonidal cyst, which is actually a very common condition, which is usually a cyst that develops in the skin at the base of the spine, usually in the hair follicles. One thing we're learning about this week is the layers of the skin. Squamo is a term that means scale. You can have squamous epithelial cells. That's a layer of skin tissue. We're going to be talking about the stratum corneum in our Gospel Insight post this week. It's an interesting process how the stratum corneum is created by the shedding of dead skin cells. The term xeno, the combining form xeno, means strange or foreign. Sometimes in surgery you might have a xenograft, which means a transplantation from a different source. Speaking of grafts, there's an allograft, which is a skin graft that comes from a same species but different donor. You have an autograft, which is a donation, a skin cell donation that comes from yourself to a different part of the body. Some of the suffixes that we're going to look at this week include site, ologist, logi, and therapy. You're going to hear those a lot over the semester. Site is a common one. We have erythrocytes, which are red blood cells. We have lipocytes, which are fat cells. We also have leukocytes, which are white blood cells. So we'll be talking about that term, that suffix quite a bit. And same with ologist and ology. Okay, we'll speak of biologists and dermatologists this week. Dermatology, the study of skin. Okay. And as you go through this chapter, you'll be able to study a little bit more about the disease processes involving the skin, different grades for rating tumors and first, second, and third degree burns. I highly encourage you to go to the end of the chapter in the text and really study the terminology and use some of the exercises there to help you to get to critically think about the terms and the things we're learning. So if you were to go to the dermatologist and let's say you had a problem with your skin, let's say you had an abnormal rash, the dermatologist might take some notes and later write a note that might say, patient presented to the clinic today with complaints of erythema, which means red skin, redness in the skin. You might also note that you may have some sebaceous cysts, which are small cysts in the base of the hair follicles. Or the sebaceous glands are glands that actually produce oil to keep the hair follicles lubricated. You might talk about doing maybe a debridement, which means a removal with almost a surgical removal of dead skin or damaged skin. This happens a lot of times with burn patients. Debridement has to take place. Dead necrotic skin has to be removed and tissue has to be removed so the new skin can come up and grow through. So take some time at the end of the chapter, look over those things there. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope this language isn't too foreign just yet. After this week, we're going to get into, I believe it's the digestive system. Yep, the digestive system, and we'll talk more about those terms. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Email me, or you can text me even if it's urgent. I've enjoyed reading your Gospel Insight posts. I think everyone's doing pretty well with that. Just remember that tomorrow, your reading review quiz is due by 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Okay, that's what's due tomorrow, Thursday. And that's what we'll usually be due on Thursdays, your reading review quiz. Now that quiz is open book, so you can use your text while taking that quiz. That should be quite a bit, that should help you quite a bit. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I will talk to all of you later. Thanks.